Good morning, grade 10. How are you? Our lesson today is grammar. First of all, we have the value of the week, which is voluntarism. Voluntarism in Islam is a God-centered practice. There is a strong ethic of voluntarism in the Quran and Sunnah, which encourages humanity to share their time, wealth, knowledge, and acts of kindness with others voluntarily. Now, let's start our lesson with this starter. Watch the video and answer the following questions.
Easy English.
Unit 3, Personal Information.
What is your surname?
Taylor, I'm Sarah Taylor.
What is your address?
12 White Street.
What is your phone number?
0598765.
How old are you?
I am 15 years old.
Now, what is the video about? Yes, excellent. It's a dialogue or conversation between two people who are asking about personal data or information. Now it's your turn. Where do you live? How old are you? Yeah, there are questions. And our task today to learn how to form questions. First of all, let's identify question words. What is used to ask about a specific thing, people, animal, or object. Which is used to ask about choice or alternative. Where is used to ask about place or possession. Who is used to ask about people or person. When is used to ask about time, occasion, or moment. Whose is used to ask about who the possessor of something. Why is used to ask about reason or explanation. How is used to ask about condition, quality, may, manner, form, or events and the way things. Our first objective to form questions correctly by filling in the gaps with the syllable question words using the grammar reference. Opens to page 14, exercise A. But before this, can you read the question with me? Where do you live? Where do you live? Here I'm asking about the place. How do you go to school? I'm asking about the way you go to school. What time do banks open? I'm asking here about the time. Now it's your turn. Complete the questions with the proper WH question word according to the given answer. At McDonald's. So I'm asking about a place. Yes, excellent. Where? Where do you eat? I live in Qatar. Excellent. Where do you live? At 5 o'clock. Excellent. What time do you wake up? Now, exercise A, student book page 14. You can pause the video and try to complete the questions words. Have you finished? Let's check your answers. To whom are you going to give this gift? The WH question word whom here, it means I'm asking about a person, but when you add a preposition it will be to whom instead of who. Who can arrange the doctor's appointment for Mr. Smith? The secretary. 3. What was it you wanted me to bring you? I'm asking here about, my keys. 4. How far? Excellent. I'm asking about the distance. 5. Whose car is parked in the garage? Because the answer is it's Martin's. 6. Under which circumstances or under what circumstances? 7. What is it like to take part in such an important event? What's it like? 8. Why do you decide to look for a job? I needed the money. Now stop and think. Read the answers and write a proper question for each answer. Because I was ill. Here's the reason. Number 2. My favorite subject is Arabic. Write now your own questions. Let's move to Objective 2. Practice forming questions correctly by completing given questions using the grammar reference. Page 14, Exercise B. Read the examples and answer the question from 1 to 3. Who lives on campus? Leslie lives on campus. Who does Leslie live with? She lives with Karen, her flatmate. Which question asks about the subject of the verb? Subject. And which question asks about the object? Although they start with the same question word, but of course there is difference. The first question is asking about the subject, but the second question is asking about the object. First of all, let's know the steps of how to make a question. You are going to start with the question word, then helping verb, or do or does or did, then subject, then the verb, then complete your question without answer. Number 1. I ordered a milkshake and a donut at the cafe. And the question in the past. What? Then the helping verb is not here, so you are going to take from do or does or did. In the past you are going to take did. What did? The subject I, it will be you. What did you order at the cafe? Excellent. Number 2. Greg bought the red jacket. Which jacket did Greg buy? Excellent. Who? I'm asking about the subject. If you ask about subject, you will say the statement, the same statement which is in answer without making the question form, like this. Number 3, remove Peter and put the question word who. Who is going bowling with Mark? But in number 4, you are asking about object, not subject this time. So you are going to make question 4. Who do you want to visit tomorrow afternoon? Number 5. A motorbike crashed into the tree. Here I am asking about subject. Right? So keep the form of statement without making question 4. Remove motorbike and write what? What crashed into that tree? Now it's your turn to stop and think. Write questions for the following answers. At 6 o'clock. I am 15 years old. I live in Doha. Now, it's time for another part of our lesson. Direct questions. If you ask about subject questions, when we use the question words who, which, and what to ask about subject, we form the question without auxiliary verbs. Like, who saw the accident? Remove who and put the subject. Tom saw the accident. What happened outside? An accident happened. While you are asking about object questions, when we use the question word who, which, and what to ask about the object of the verb, we form the question with auxiliary verbs. Who did you see at the restaurant? I saw Tom and Joe. What are you eating? I am eating Chinese food. That's what I have explained before in the previous slide. Now, let's identify to another kind of questions which we can call indirect questions. We use indirect questions when we ask for information. Indirect questions begin with phrases like can or could or would you tell me? Can or could or would you inform me? Can, could, or would you let me know? Do you know? I'd like to know. I was wondering. For example, where is the post office? When we want to ask it indirectly, can you tell me where the post office is? So you are going to get rid of the question for while you are adding the expression. Again, is the museum open today? Do you know if, because there is no question word here, you are going to connect between the expression and the sentence with the linker if or whether. Do you know if the museum is open today? Read the examples. What time does the train leave? Turn it into indirect questions. Would you tell me what time the train leaves? Can we check out later than 12 p.m.? I'd like to know if we can check out later than 12 p.m. Now it's your turn. Pause the video, read the direct question in form, indirect questions. I want to remind you something. You will get rid of the question for before making it indirect. For example, how long will the meeting last? Excuse me, do you know how long the meeting will last? Number 2. Where does Miss Davis live? The answer, can you tell me where Miss Davis lives? Number 3. Is the flat furnished? I'd like to know if the flat is furnished. 4. When did you graduate? Can you tell me when you graduated? Number 5. Do I need to buy any books for the French course? I was wondering if I need to buy any books for the French course. Now it's time to say goodbye for you. See you next lesson, inshallah. Thank you.